Okay, what is this? Forager in space? Right, so things scale up crazy fast with levels and upgrades. Oh, so you need specific resources to unlock new islands. What the hell was that? I should go to sleep, but I really want to get those upgrades. What a weird way to make plastic. Damn, I filled the map with machines. Now I'm out of stone and gold. Oh, what time is it? 10 AM? Not again. Sometime back in 2019 I thought, what kind of game would you get if we made a minimalistic survival game and mixed it with the compulsion and addictiveness of incremental games? Sometime later, I bumped into previews of Forager. It wasn't exactly what I was thinking about, but it was close enough. Back then, I've steamrolled through that game as soon as it was released, and I've been wondering why it didn't become a genre on its own yet. But now, 4 years later, comes Novalands, a fully developed and released game by Behemoth, a Brazilian indie game studio. Novalands mixes factory building, exploration, and island management, all with a cute presentation and a cozy vibe. It all starts with collecting some sticks and stones, and builds up all the way to making hypercomputers and nuclear reactors. Differently than usual factory building games, the game uses simple approaches to automation and crafting, which really helps the game achieve a frantic or even a relaxing pacing depending on how you play. There's very few things you can do wrong here, so it's a game you can instantly pick up with zero barrier to entry. You start up slow and do things manually, but robot helpers are quickly introduced. They can mine and manage resources for you, freeing up your time to explore, find secrets, and to experiment with production setups and scales. There's no conveyor belts, although things like robotic arms and transport drones make an appearance and are available to help with cross-island logistics. As you get more unlocks, skills and upgrades, the amount and speed with which you can do things improve. A lot. The progression can easily grab hold of you and prevent you from closing the game for hours. It feels there's always something to do in Novalands, so you're in for a full-on dopamine trip. Of course, there's also quests, puzzles, boss fights, and other small secrets and surprises waiting for you. The art looks lovely, and some places are filled with small details. You can really tell this dev team cared just by the way things look and feel. I really enjoy the sound design and the soundtrack, although the sounds do get repetitive after a while. The only thing I'd wish for here is for more music to be added. I've had zero issues with bugs, and even playing on the first few release versions, I've only noticed very specific visual or UI issues. A game being released in full with very few bugs and issues sure is a breath of fresh air in this current day and age. I've played through the game along with my girlfriend, who played right beside me. We both had different approaches to the game, with me being frantic, aggressive, and overproducing everything, while she took the cozy, chill, and smaller scale approach, prioritizing making her island look good. We both felt rewarded and accounted for playing the way we played, and we both finished the game and had an absolute blast with it. Of course, we both screwed up our sleep schedules in the process. I'm mentioning the difference in playstyle because those are usually the way each of us approach sandbox games, but often one of us ends up feeling our approach is wrong and end up having to adapt or change our playstyle. On Novalands you can go as fast as you want or as slow as you want and you still have a good time. One thing I've noticed about the reaction to the game is that, due to the way the game is presented on its store page, people coming from games like Factorio or Satisfactory seem to get disappointed when they realize that the game ends, and that the game does not demand or require the same amount of time, effort, and production levels that something like Factorio usually demands. So I would really recommend approaching the game as it being a Forager-like that brings in and mixes with other elements, rather than it being a factory building game that looks cute. Factory building games are often designed to be hardcore, but this isn't the proposal here. That is not to say that there isn't some production challenges to meet, but I'm sure anyone used to games like Factorio will smash through those goals. Those challenges can also be met by making minimal amounts of production buildings and leaving the game on idle. There's an unlockable feature that gives you a production bonus for idling, so if you don't like min-maxing and filling every tile with production buildings like me, you can still hit the goals after idling for a while. When it comes to replayability, your mileage may vary. Both me and my partner started new saves after reaching around half of the game, simply because we really enjoyed the early game and we already wanted to retry things with knowledge of how things worked. After I finished the game, I started a few new saves in order to try out different strategies and see how fast I could reach certain goals. Overall though, I wouldn't say the game offers much replayability right now, since starting over does not bring you any benefits like skins, skills, or other unlocks, and all it really changes is the position of the island, which to me has zero impact in gameplay. With future updates, however, the developers can go in many different directions, and the game feels like it can easily be expanded upon and become much more replayable. In conclusion, the only bad thing I've found about Novalands is that it ends. In all my years playing games, I've come to realize that when that's the case, you have a gem in your hands. Congratulations to the developers for finishing your game and your journey, and if you dare to make more content, my stacks of computers will be ready. I highly recommend trying out Novalands if you're interested. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for more stuff. Remember, build angry.